Monster Brick Reviews.
This is the heavy-duty motorhome by Mould King. It has 615 pieces, set number 24071, and I thought we would do a turnaround first. Looking at the front, windshield in the front, and actually no windshield. You can go right through it. Doors do open, and we'll just take a look all the way around before we look at the details and get a closer look. A window that does open. These windows do not open. This is a sticker, and this one is a sticker as well. It says, "On the road we are forever young." And there are a couple of stickers I did not put on here that I'll show you in a minute. But that's the look all the way around. Pretty good shaping up here. I think that's unique. And up in the front, it does have headlights, a little bit of like roll bar in there as well. And this is a sticker too. All right, let's take a closer look. So this is a motorhome, and it has 8 wheels. They're oversized, pretty rugged. The entire back section is the motorhome living area, and then there is a cab. It's got 2 seats there inside, and it has a steering wheel, and it actually has a pass-through from the cab area into the motorhome area. And we've got these side view mirrors, 2 of them. Strangely, the side view mirrors don't have mirrored glass. Instead, it's just transparent piece there, which is unusual. They do have these little steps, so you could step up. The driver can get up into there, and then the doors do open up like that, and then you can look into the interior, and there's this stick shift, and then that same stick shift is used up here as an antenna. There's a closer look at that bull bar, and this side of it has a couple of grill pieces here for detail. This may not be an intentional detail. I think that might just be left over because they were trying to do some detail on the other side. And we do have these things that stick out. I'm not sure what those are. And then along the back here, 3 of these windows, and these window pieces are actually 3-piece. So there's a frame, there's the glass, and then there's another frame that sandwiches the glass in there together, and a license plate. Yeah, and then there is a play feature here, which is that the stairs slide out, so you can pull that, and now you have stairs that will let you get into it, and you can open the door and get inside, and it's a pretty nice big door as well. And this window opens too, and we'll take a closer look at the interior, and let's open this up and take a look. So I've taken the roof off, and I've taken this entire side panel off, and something I wanted to show you is that window does open, and on the other side of the window it has like a tray table that folds down, and can be used if the person is sitting in here. And of course, here's a minifigure for scale, right? So this is minifigure scale, and you could have them in here doing different things. And it actually is a lot of space for a minifigure to enjoy as a mobile home. And there's that pass-through that can go into the cab area right through there. And let's put this aside here. And looking at the rest of that motorhome, you'll see there is a washing machine. It's pretty nicely built up. Let's zoom in just a little bit there. It's built up with like a window into the actual machine, and a suggestion of like a dial or something else going on there. It does have a sink with a faucet, and you can see that sink there, and suggestion of drawers that you can open up. And then this side, we've got a frying pan, and it's on some sort of a grill. This opens up as well. It's one of those cabinets that's on its side, so you might think of that as maybe a refrigerator. And then this entire build is, as far as I can tell, let's take it out here so you can see the other side. As far as I can tell, it's a coffee maker, but it's huge. It's like this giant coffee maker that sits like this and pretty much takes up, you know, a lot of space inside. And you know, it's also a little strange that this chair is right on the ground. They didn't even try to elevate it or anything. So essentially, your little minifig is sitting right on the ground, just like in the cab when they're sitting on the ground. So a little bit strange there. And you can see up here the two little um, holes, and these are the snot bricks that you saw from the other side. But it didn't actually come with anything that's supposed to go there. So it felt a little unfinished, like maybe that should have been a vent or something like that. It's a little strange. All right, and then taking a look here, this is the bathroom and shower area. So it does have a big trans blue door, a toilet. I've never seen a toilet kind of built up that way before. And then if you're wondering where the shower head is, it's actually on the other side of this panel that I took off. If you look, here's the shower head. So then they've thought of that too. And then at the very back here is the bed. So they have a nicely built up bed, and I think it's only held in by 2 studs. We'll see if we can take it out without completely destroying everything. There we go. So there's the little bed. Pretty simple little bed, and it's held in by 2 studs so that you can, I guess, take it out and move it, something like that. Yeah, so that's the interior of it. Overall, I do think that this model is pretty beefy. It does have a presence. It's does feel pretty heavy duty, and one of the things that I noticed, though, is that there is no way for it to really steer. There's no way that it can articulate between the cab and the rest of it. And then even if these here could steer, they probably need to be forward a little bit more for it to actually be useful steering. So that's a little bit strange. So it does feel like whoever designed it doesn't know a lot about trucks, and I don't know a lot about trucks, but even I could tell this is not a drivable truck. You really couldn't maneuver it anywhere because there is no built-in articulation for the back half and the cab to do different things and point different directions, which I think is important. But other than that, it is a cool model. It is eye-catching. It does stand out. These oversized tires are a great choice because you do feel like you're driving something that can really go to unusual places. And yeah, I think that's pretty neat. And we'll take a look at one more thing. I wanted to mention that the model comes with some other stickers that I did not put on there. And it's supposed to spell out passion on both sides. And if you look at the box, you'll see where they put it on the box, right? So it goes on that side there across multiple panels. So I think that might be the idea behind separating them up like that. And that I chose not to do it because I thought the truck looked just fine without that giant sticker sheet. And I like that they did this kind of an outline, or maybe, I don't know what you'd call it, like a pinstripe along the outside. Otherwise, it would be this giant mass of gray. So it's nice that they had that offset orange in there to really make things pop. So I thought that was a clever choice, good choice. The other thing I noticed is that this area up here, these are all trans brown bricks. So the idea is that there's light coming in through here, and it's another area that light can get into the living area. But as we saw when we're looking at it, it's not really a practical living area. It's not, that coffee machine is ginormous. The seating is on the ground. There's only room for one chair. It's a strange layout. So I think it was designed by somebody who just said, hey, let's just do something. And they didn't push themselves to really design something that was more workable or more true to life with RVs that you would see in real life. But you know what? It's just a toy. So, hey, that's fine. So it is a strange balance to me, when you do something that looks fairly realistic, but then is a little nonsensical inside. Um, but you know what? You're not probably going to open this very much. So really, it's all about how does it look in your city. And let's say you had this in your city display or alongside some other trucks, brick-built trucks that you own. I think it's going to look great, and it's going to be part of somebody's collection. It'll be a pretty cool part of someone's collection. Okay, all right, there you go. I hope that was helpful. And if you could subscribe to my channel, super appreciate it. Thank you very much.